Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Here we are. Welcome to the loneliest night of the week. Welcome to the loneliest show that the internet has to offer. Welcome to Sam Roberts now. And I don't think it's going to be the case. I know we mess around. I don't think that we're going to get it. Is he on the monitor? Is he on the Not Sam Tron 3000? He is. Hot Dog is here.
I made it for the 300th consecutive time I'm on the Titan Track.
What do you mean consecutive? You've missed many shows.
No, I
mean, like weeks ago you weren't here.
Okay, well, concurrent. How do we make that sound nice?
No. I mean, that's not concurrent, or you mean just because. So your thing is, as long as I don't put somebody else on the screen, it still counts. Like
I've
that
been chosen,
right? Like that one time that we were talking about the the Conjuring movies, and I replaced you with Rockstar Spud. Like, don't do that again. You're saying.
I was gonna say, yeah, it was him, or for some reason I thought it was Hornswoggle or something.
It wasn't Hornswoggle. I don't think Hornswoggle's. I've had Hornswoggle on. I don't think he's ever been on the Not Samtron for Sam Roberts now. But I know Rockstar Spud has. Yeah, Drake Maverick. Yeah.
I thought my days were numbered.
Right, because you were like, was Drake Maverick the new hot dog? Which would be awesome if I just like showed up to comedy clubs for a live podcast and it's like, oh, is Drake Maverick on the show? No. He's like my new hot dog. Like, what are you doing? But no, he just wants to be behind the scenes. That's what he wants.
He's the camera guy.
Well, look, there's a lot going on right now, hot dog. And I'd like to say there's so much going on that I wasn't able to keep up with everything today. So I don't know everything that's happening, but I prepared this note that I wanted to say yesterday. I wanted to say that until some concrete evidence is presented, it doesn't seem like Diddy is that bad. I don't know if anything has happened today, but
not do it. I don't really.
I mean, has there ever been a more incriminating video? That as it turns out, somebody is a horrible human being all around. Like you're just like, this is a terrible person.
It's like, there's no nuance.
No.
It's black and white. There's no, maybe it was him.
Right. I mean, you see him, he's got his P. Diddy man breast shaking as he runs down, because who else would run down the hallway in a towel and flip-flops? This is, every bit of it is like, oh, like once you see that, you go, I don't know for sure, but I think every accusation probably at least has some merit to it.
I mean, I would think the PR team, if he has one, just has to like call it a day.
I would also love to know who was sitting on that. Like,
yes.
Like there's this hotel footage of Diddy from 2016. They go, this happened in 2016, by the way. First of all, where'd it come from? Who gave it to CNN? Second of all, how long did they have it? Is this like, remember at the end of the Jinx, they were like, we're not going to admit that we have Durst, not Fred Durst, the other Durst, Robert Durst, admitting to murder until right before the last episode. And they go, oh, we didn't know. We were just looking through footage right before the last episode aired. Yeah, we edit the episodes right before they go on. So we just found it. So is the hotel, are they going to say like, we just found it just now?
That's the next question, right? Is it the hotel management that knew this? Was it just like the night security guy, or not even?
But it's not the surreptitiously recorded. You know, we've seen the security cam footage where it's surreptitiously recorded, where it looks like somebody recorded it in the they recorded the screen, so they're just like playing back, and it's like, oh, this guy is the whistleblower. This is the actual
feed. That's a file
feed. Yeah. So
you know what really got me about that?
No.
It was broad daylight. It looked like it could have been 3 p.m.
It's actually a great point. Like if P. Diddy is that horrendous of a human being in broad daylight, running down a public hotel hallway, like anyone could have come out of their room. Can you imagine what a monster he is behind closed doors when he's actually in private?
Right. Because not to excuse, horrific actions just because they happen at night, but it just seems like something that you would not be like, let me step out of my my hotel room while I'm wearing a towel right now and beat this woman.
Like most of the time, most people who have any sort of sense would open the door and go, "Oh, I'm just wearing a towel. I shouldn't go in the hallway." Like that's like step 1. They wouldn't get to step 9.
Yeah, he's throwing. Did you see the part where he's like throwing him
yeah,
you saw the whole thing. Yeah,
it was terrible.
It
was terrible. He's a bad guy. He's a bad guy. This P. Diddy, as it turns out. So he's a bad guy. And then, I mean, to me, as we talked about, this show for me, a big part of it is covering the docs before they're docs, and that's what we're going to be doing tonight. However, we got them again. Like we got a pretty good track record of covering the docs before the docs. Like one of the things I get off on, this is what I get off on. I love this. Yes. I want you to know, Hot Dog. I want you to know what I get off on. One of the many things that I do that with is when a doc comes out and people send me the trailer going, "Dog, this is what you were talking about." Well, I mean, the number one thing is when they send me the trailer and go, "Dog, you're in the trailer." But the other thing that because we love sound bites.
Yes, we do.
But the other thing that I like is when they go, "This is what you were talking about. This is what you've been waiting for. You can cover it even more. It becomes thematic." And I got that a lot this week with Max unveiling the MoviePass Movie Crash trailer. Did you see this? Did any of the Not Samsonite send it your way?
They did not.
They avoid you. They avoid you. Yes, they're doing what we knew they would do, and they might as well just piece together episodes of Sam Roberts Now, because I would not stop talking about it. But they're giving MoviePass. Remember MoviePass, the service that we wouldn't stop talking about?
Yes.
They're giving it the full doc treatment, and it really, in the trailer, it really seems like the people running that place had no idea. But they got everybody for it. So I wonder if they made people feel like, no, it's his fault. You just tell me how it's his fault, but you tell me how it's his fault.
I just want to get your side of this.
Right.
There's a whole thing that we want to unravel, but we want to see what you have to say.
Right, because don't forget, like one of the guys in it is one of the early, I don't know if he's a founder or just one of the early CEOs of MoviePass. And it seemed like he was talking about how the people who took it over screwed the whole thing up, didn't know what they were doing. They were talking about how they were throwing multi-million-dollar parties, but they didn't have the money for USB cables in the office. They didn't, there was nothing, everything was going to throwing these big press events. And then somebody was like, "I need an extension cord." They were like, buy one.
We don't have that in the budget.
Yeah, I don't know. You could maybe
Ask Mike, he might lend you one.
Yeah, maybe he'll lend you one, or you buy it with your money, and maybe we'll reimburse you. But we're gonna have to send you a form at the end, a tax form at the end of the year. But yeah, but the guy who's telling the story of these people who didn't get it is the same guy who, you remember the last time we covered MoviePass, they were trying to reinvent the company, and he was doing that press conference where he was bragging about how great the new MoviePass is going to be. Because
with the fucking horrific ad,
right? Because you have to watch advertisements, and good news, guys, they'll track your eyeballs. And you're like, from a consumer perspective, how does that benefit us whatsoever?
Yeah, should this be an open press conference, or
yeah. This feels more like it's one of the what do they call when they present all the television shows to the advertisers? The upfronts. The upfronts. This feels like it's more like an upfront thing. Like you don't even put this one on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like this is just for the money people, right? So I'm looking forward to that. Of course, we'll watch it as a family and we'll discuss it because MoviePass has been such a big part of Sam Roberts Now. But as all this is going on, and by the way, as is the law here on Sam Roberts Now, super chat in if you'd like to be a part of tonight's show. Every super chat, I'm going to make this clearer this week, will be acknowledged. I guess I throw words around a lot. Acknowledged. Okay. Every super chat gets acknowledged. If you'd like to be a part of the show tonight, I will acknowledge your super chat. What I didn't, and one of the fun things about this show is you never know what we're going to cover. And sometimes I just like a little part of a story fascinates me. And so I just spend the day kind of researching that. And Hot Dog, the damnedest thing has happened. And I'm changing as a human being. Maybe this is just a part of getting older. But, you were shocked. I remember when I told you last fall, I am officially a National Football League fan. I'm an NFL fan. I watched the whole season. You were shocked.
I mean, I wasn't sold on it then. I guess I have to admit that you are now an actual football fan. You watched the whole season.
Watch the whole season.
You followed the stories.
I knew all the stories. You presented a story to me. I had a take. I had takes.
Now I kind of hope that I can do the same and bring you into the NBA realm. Not that I'm a huge fan.
But you're bigger. Yeah, you're more of a fan than me. However, I am involved in the playoffs this time. This is more. I'm going further now. I'm sitting here discussing Jalen Brunson and my opinions on him and the LeBron-like numbers that he's getting in this postseason. You know, I'll be watching 8:30 tonight, right? Is what's this, game 6? Is that right?
This is game 6 at Pacers.
Yeah, at Pacers. I don't love that, but here's a problem. We were dominating on Wednesday, but we got dominated. But we got dominated on Monday.
Right.
So
far, no one has won an away game.
No, that's bad for us.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we break that. We break that tonight.
Okay. Yeah, because I want to say bing bong. I want to say bing bong at the end of the game, right?
It's the best fan base, I feel like, in all of sports.
Playoff NBA fans.
No, just Knicks fans.
Knicks playoff fans.
Yes.
Okay. All right, we're on the same page. I think you're right. Postseason Knicks fans are as enthusiastic as any fan base could be, almost to the point where it's absurd, because it's like, I didn't hear a peep from you guys for months. Like, I didn't even know that arena. What's it called? Madison Square. Something about it. Yeah. You could have told me it was empty for months, and they're just playing, and you're just hearing the squeaks of shoes echoing against empty cavernous walls. And then all of a sudden, we're in the postseason, and everybody that I know is wearing blue and orange. It's amazing.
The next day, after the last game, I got on the train, and there were like Knicks colors everywhere. It was great.
And you were wearing them.
No, I mean, mine's still on the way.
Right. However, my sports fandom is accelerating. I mean, I'm gonna become a sports jock before all is said and done. Because today, you know what happened to me today? I was a golf guy today. Golf. I'm a big golf fan. Have you heard about this? Hot dog, do you even know? You probably don't even know I don't even know if I could put up with somebody who knows as little about golf as you do at this point. But do you even know who this is, Hot dog?
Bob.
No.
Johnny.
Close. Actually, kind of close. What if I told you his name was Scottie Scheffler?
Scottie Scheffler. Wow. Yeah, that was third. That was my third guess.
This is Scottie Scheffler. And what you might or might not know, Hot dog, I know because I'm a golf guy now. This is the best golfer in the world.
I did. You saw that from the tweets. We saw the same tweets that you saw.
Oh no, I would put my research into it. I mean, it did start that way. Yes, it is. Yes, it did. But I listened to many different. I listened to Dan Patrick tell me about it. I listened to Rich Eisen tell me about it. I listened to Stephen A. tell me about it. I listened to Colin Cowherd tell me about it. I listened to all these guys, and they all let me know, because that's what I do. If one person says he's the best golfer there is, I go, okay, let me see what Cowherd says. Oh, Cowherd says he's the best golfer there is. All right, let me see what. Well, Stephen A. is full of it if he's not talking about basketball. So let me go over to Rich Eisen. Rich Eisen, and then Dan Patrick. Dan Patrick is like kind of like he's got a paternal energy where you can just trust him. He's not trying to shock and awe. He's not giving you the ultra hot take. He's just a guy who is comfortable in his own skin, giving a realistic take. And he tells me that Scottie Scheffler is the best golfer in the world right now. I go, okay, great. Good for Scottie.
Let me ask you this. I mean, I feel like if we knew this guy was the best golfer in the world, we would have heard about him by now. I mean, how niche is golf these days? What do you
mean these days? You only heard about Tiger. You didn't hear about Tiger Woods in the beginning.
What? We've known about Tiger. What's the beginning? With 20 years? Is he not? What stage of golf is he in right now? Is he in 2024 LeBron stage? Like what?
He's way past that. No.
He's way past.
He's past that. Oh, wow. Yeah, he's past that. Like LeBron is still like, LeBron is like Tiger's like a legend at this point already.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's like a 2024.
I mean, do you know who any golfers are right now?
I know Tiger Woods.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So the fact that you haven't heard of this guy, there's not a problem. You think there's a problem with golf it's that you don't know who any of these people are. You thought his name was Johnny. His name is Scottie. Wow. Hot dog. This was Scottie Scheffler before today. Do you want to see Scottie Scheffler after today? It's not good what they did to your boy. It's not good what they did to your boy, hot dog.
Criminal.
I mean, this is Prison Mike meets Dominic Mysterio. This is an insane story. So here's what happened. So, I mean, this Scottie Scheffler is no joke. Okay. This guy, he's won I think he's won the Masters twice. At least once. I think twice. Okay. So the PGA Championship is going on right now in Louisville, Kentucky. And yesterday was round 1. Today's round 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So he has a good first day. He's heading in for his second day. Now, there was chaos outside the PGA Championship this morning because there was a fatal accident. One of the tour buses, because the way they do it is they have the audience park about a half mile away, and then they have buses at the parking lot, like bring them to the place.
Okay.
A bus, apparently, from what my understanding, a bus hit a man, and the man died. He passed away. It's tragic, right? Really awful. Right. The family is grieving. But unfortunately for that family, this has kind of cast a wave over it to the point where if they're like, yeah, I lost a family member today. Oh, is that the one that caused the Scottie Scheffler thing? We don't want to talk about Scottie Scheffler. It's our family member.
So this is unrelated. These two incidents are unrelated.
Well, not really, because there was already a rain delay. This fatal accident happens. It causes a massive traffic buildup. Now, apparently in golf, a lot of the players are they're independent contractors, and they show up kind of independently. There's not an organized system. There's not like a team bus or something like that.
Okay. Right.
So Scottie Scheffler shows up in his car. And I don't know if it was a courtesy car, a rental car, whatever it was. But he's like the most famous golfer there is, right? And so he shows up, and what has been done 1,000 times is security will be in front of the course. And then the players and the media will drive around them. Like, this is what they said. The players and the media were allowed inside the course. But because of the delay and because of this accident and the investigation with the accident, they weren't letting people in just yet. And it had caused this big backup, and there was mass confusion. Well, as Scottie is trying to get in, he is told to stop by people who he thinks are security guards. But as it turns out, they're police officers. Now, I believe that he thought they were security guards because they had on like neon yellow jackets. You know what I mean? They look like Paul Blart jackets. You know, they didn't look like...
They look like scrubs.
They didn't look like cop jackets, okay?
Where's your badge?
And so the guy tells him, no, stop. And here's the issue, right? You know who was driving right behind Scottie?
Who?
This guy, I wrote down his name. He's Jeff Darlington. Jeff Darlington is an ESPN reporter. So we have on the scene, and let me tell you something. Today was Jeff Darlington's day. He did all the shows. I heard him on like Get Up or whatever show he was on going like, this is not what is being reported. This is what I saw. And it's like, okay, Jeff Darlington. So Jeff Darlington is right behind him, and he tells us what happened. He says basically that Scottie was driving in, he goes around, right? The cop starts saying, stop right there. No, stop. Scottie either doesn't hear him or just goes, whatever, dude. I'm like, I'm the man right now, okay?
I'm the my golf course.
Exactly. He's Roman Reigns. Why are we here? Because of me, right?
Roman wouldn't stop for some security guard.
I mean, I don't think I would. You know what I mean? I'm just there to do the pre-show. I'm not stopping.
Flash that badge.
Right. Exactly. And so Scottie's going around. He's like, I don't know. Like, obviously, maybe this is a new guy. He doesn't know. Let me just go around him. He'll figure it out. He'll see the PGA sticker on my car or something like that. Cop goes, stop. He's not stopping. Apparently, the cop attaches himself to Scottie's car. Now, I'm assuming that means like holds onto it and starts like riding with it or something like that. But Jeff Darlington said he attached himself to Scottie's car. Scottie drives another, I don't know, 20 feet or something like that. He was either 20 feet or 20 meters or something like that. He drives a little bit further. And then he's like, there's a guy on my car. And like, he knows that there was just a fatal accident over here. And now he's got what he thinks is a security guard that's on his car while he's trying to drive. So he's like, the hell are you doing? And he rolls down the window and the cop's like, get out of the car, get out of the car. And Scottie's like, what are you talking about? And the cop puts his hand in his window and tries to pull him out of the car. And Scottie's like, whoa. Because here's the other thing. This dude, Scottie Scheffler, he's like a Boy Scout. He's the least controversial athlete in the history of professional athletics. I mean, religious guy, no dirt. He's not Tiger Woods at all. Like, there is no there with Scottie Scheffler, apparently,
He's
from what
such
I'm
a
hearing.
Boy Scout. He would have stopped 5 minutes ago.
He was trying to get into the course. And this wasn't 5 minutes. I don't know how long you think it takes to get 20 feet in a car, but it doesn't take 5 minutes.
There.
There's a lot of confusion going on. Plus, it's raining, and it's 6 o'clock in the morning, by the way. It's first thing in the morning. And Scottie's getting there early because all these players have their routines. You know, they show up like hours early to the course so they can like kind of walk around, so they can stretch, so they can take some warm-up swings. So they can just do their thing. But it's not uncommon for a player to get there hours before tee time. And not only is he getting there hours before tee time, but his tee time was delayed. And who knows if he even realized that it had been delayed. But he was trying to get in there at 6 o'clock in the morning. So he's tired. There's a car accident. It's raining. And now there's a guy in a yellow jacket with his hands in his car trying to pull him out. Scottie is like, the hell is going on? So Scottie opens his door. And then apparently the cop, who has already, by the way, hit the car with a flashlight, get out of the car, hitting it with a flashlight, pulls Scottie out of the car, pushes him up against the car, and cuffs him. And I'm like, no, you do. And like, dude, you don't, this is a very important person to the sport. You know what I mean? And all he's trying to do is,
what happened to the listen to police? Listen, follow their orders.
He didn't even know who was the police.
Is that an excuse?
What happened to the police wear blue? You never hear about the thin neon yellow line. You hear about the thin blue line. So he goes, what? But to his credit, there was apparently no, do you know who I am? You know how I know that he didn't ask, do you know who I am?
Anyone would be like, I have no idea who you are.
Everybody there knew who he was. There was a lot of people who showed up to Louisville to watch this guy play golf.
Probably not the person who mattered.
Well, guess what happened? One of the cops went over to Jeff Darlington and said, hey, by the way, who was that? Jeff Darlington was like, well, I'm glad that you asked. So the officer pulled Scheffler out of the car, put him in cuffs, and put him in the back of the car and took him away. He's golfing today. They put him in the back of the car. They took him away. Now, hang on. I think I just got unplugged because I got to share this with you. Yeah.
Would your earpiece get unplugged?
I got unplugged for a second. This, Jeff Darlington, being the reporter that he is, goated, by the way, Jeff Darlington, puts his camera on and goes like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. So he pops out of the car as he realizes that the best golfer in the world is being carried off in handcuffs at the PGA Championship. And listen to this.
Guys. Dude,
So I think Jeff is trying to be like, I don't know if you guys know what you're doing. Like, I'm not mad at all at Jeff Darlington following around going, guys, wait.
Stop saying guys so much. It's like a TV show. Just say, that's the world's most famous golf player.
It is like a TV show in the sense that it's like, if you just gave them the information now, we could avoid all this. But part of it, but part of it maybe is Jeff Darlington realizes he's got a nice little chunk of footage here.
Oh, he's setting a scene.
Right. If we wrap this up in 3 seconds, it's like, that's not exact. What are you going to draw ratings in 3 seconds? No.
Right.
No. I'm not making a reel. I'm making a video.
I'm back.
Okay, all right. Stand back. He's like, and I think also that's when he's like, guys, wait. And they're like, stand back. He's like, okay. All right.
That was another spot where he could have been like,
yeah, but I think at that point he knew that the cops are not going to look good in this one. They're not going to look good, and they're yelling at him. So he's like, okay, all right. You want me to stand back? Would you like to know what I was going to say? Oh, you don't?
Right,
okay.
To myself.
Okay. But you see the jackets. Those are security guard jackets.
Okay. I mean, that sure.
By the way, you know what somebody texted me and told me when this morning I got a text about this story from somebody who said, I can't believe that this is the angle that you're taking. I swear to God, this is the text that I got. I got a text going, oh my God, you got to start paying attention to this story and you got to cover it tonight. I was like, okay. And then the text said, Hot Dog would totally be one of the police officers.
Who didn't know? Of course. Yeah, sure.
No. Who was like, I don't care who it is. I'm going to arrest you. I'm going to arrest you. Thinking that like your boss was going to give you a promotion or something instead of telling you you're an idiot. Why would you do that?
Because I'm on this assignment. I have no idea who this is. Am I supposed to just assume any middle-aged looking white guy?
No, maybe if you're on assignment at PGA Tour, at least find out who the top dogs are.
I find out who Roman Reigns is. Oh, shoot. I guess that is the Roman Reigns. All right.
Shoot.
All right. That's fair.
All right. I'm glad we came to a compromise.
Right. I keep forgetting he's the world's most famous golf player.
He's the man right now.
He looks like, all right, sure.
One, right?
You see Jeff, by the way, Jeff is just following him now. Guys, if you want, I could tell you something you might want to know.
Some important information that might change the way this is going.
If you want. Whatever.
I'll be here.
Whatever.
What do we do?
I'm staying back.
Here's the thing. Right now, he's going to jail.
Okay.
He's going to jail, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. Period.
And ain't nothing you can do about it.
And that's the bottom line. He really thought that this was like his boy. Oh, your boy's trying to bail you out, huh? And it's like, no, that's an ESPN reporter. That's well, he's going to tell the world that you just arrested the most famous golfer in the world for trying to get into a golf course for the championship.
Yeah, well, you know,
Hot Dog, this would be like, I'll break this down for you, okay? Because I'm a golf guy now, so I will put it more in your terms.
Lay it down.
This would be like if they arrested Stone Cold Steve Austin for going into the stadium at WrestleMania 17.
Yeah, well,
Can you imagine if they were like, hey, guys, I know it's WrestleMania 17, but one of the cops arrested Stone Cold Steve Austin for coming into the stadium because he didn't know who it was. I hope that you guys still like WrestleMania 17, even though we don't have The Rock versus Stone Cold anymore.
If there were police officers outside of the stadium telling Stone Cold Steve Austin, stop, don't, you can't come here. I would
yeah, you're right. Stone Cold, here's the one thing about Stone Cold Steve Austin. He was well known for listening politely to authority. That's a really good.
I mean, that's not even a fair comparison. Are you comparing Mr. Boy Scout here to Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Well, he's the best. Yes, of course.
Okay, but you go in one breath, you're like, oh, he's a Boy Scout. And then the other breath, you're like, oh, imagine if Stone Cold or fucking rule breaker rattlesnake, if that was the same. It's not the same situation. You would expect.
You think they call Stone Cold the rule breaker rattlesnake? What a dork.
But I just imagine.
By God, it's the rule breaker rattlesnake.
I bet you that was the first pitch.
What'd you just say? If I'm Jerry Lawler, JR, did you just say the rule breaker rattlesnake?
I'm a rule breaker and I'm a rattlesnake.
I'm a rule breaking rattlesnake. As opposed to what? All the well-mannered rattlesnakes? Well, that rattlesnake over there is just listening to for what he's supposed to do. He likes to do what he's told.
My point is, anyone would, if you're getting that many warnings, you would at least be like, okay, there is something going on. Let me talk to them and explain who I am real quick and not just drive off like I own the place.
What if it was 6 o'clock in the morning, it was raining, there was a car accident, and you just assumed that the people were talking to the guy behind you because you're the best golfer in the world?
I would stop and I'd be like, hey,
you fucking would not. No, you wouldn't. You'd be like this. You'd go like this. You'd go like, no. Because even if you weren't, even if you were just you'd go, I'm a hot dog. I'm here to film the golfer. I'm so important.
All right, that's better than what he did. That's an explanation. At least.
No. That's what was going on in your head while you were trying to drive right past.
Oh no. I would say that to them because I would want them to
I'm
know.
a hot dog. Maybe you've heard of me.
Yeah, you don't think I wouldn't take the opportunity to tell someone I'm actually the best golfer here? Like, I gotta get in there.
No, that's fair. You would do that. Yeah. Not only would you do that, but then you'd try to make small talk.
Right.
It'd be
What's going on here?
It'd be so annoying. So annoying.
Yeah, we were raised differently. That's fine.
Oh, you're saying you're a well-mannered person?
I respect authority.
Yeah, you do. I'll bet you. You don't respect me.
you are authority. I respect that.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, do you have
First,
a question?
I'm media. I'm a reporter. Okay. So that's all.
That's fine.
I just want to make sure that's
okay.
known.
But you need to step back over here now.
No problem. You got it.
Okay.
So that's where that kind of ends. And he said later that they asked him, who was that, by the way? So he ends up going to jail. He gets out. And he makes it back in time.
Teardrop?
Yeah, he did. He had a Rey Mysterio mask on the whole time. But he gets back with like an hour to spare because luckily they delayed his tee time. Now, that still sucks because nobody shows up an hour before tee time and just rolls in and starts playing. Like I said, they spend hours on the course before they actually start playing to get themselves ready for it. I can't, and the amount of concentration, I know this because I'm a golf guy. The amount of concentration it takes to be a golfer at this level is totally thrown out the window because now you just spent the morning in jail and you've got charges, by the way, and also you got about 40 minutes before you got to play golf, and the expectations are that you're the best golfer in the world.
As a golf expert,
go ahead.
I'm sorry, I might have to go against your facts here. I think that's bullshit. I think they could just probably pull up 20 minutes before a goddamn game and take a swing. I don't think they need hours.
Why do you think that? What's that based on? You just saying it?
I mean, I know I'm not a golf expert like you are.
You're not a golf guy. I'm a golf guy.
But I feel like they're just fucking around talking about their 401ks and all that stuff.
Why would
I feel like they're just hanging out. This
isn't a casual golf game. This is a PGA Championship.
Yeah, but they're not running. What's that thing in football?
Go ahead.
The X's and O's.
Plays?
They're not, yeah, right. They're not running plays.
I'm a football guy too. I don't know if I told you.
No, that I believe. They're not.
You don't think there's a strategy to golf?
The hole's over there. Let me try to hit it as close as possible.
You don't think there's a lot of pressure on somebody who's known as the best golfer in the world and is now going to the championship, the championship tournament with the all eyes on you and TV cameras, and also, oh, by the way, the whole world is talking about you because we all saw you get arrested this morning. You don't think that's pressure?
Especially if you're supposedly the best golfer in the world. That's nothing to you. That's a Wednesday.
So you don't think Friday. You think Jalen Brunson is just showing up in Indiana tonight? Like, whatever. I get 40 points a game. That's what I do.
Jalen Brunson's not the best NBA player in the world.
So you're saying the better you are, the less you feel it?
Yeah.
So you're saying Michael Jordan was just a chill dude?
Because I feel like here's the.
Did you watch the 10-parter? Did it seem like at any point that Michael Jordan was a chill dude? He kept people out of the Olympics because he didn't like the way they look at him.
Here's the angle, I think, because I haven't
God damn it.
Did the event already pass today? The PGA, the cute little thing that already end?
They don't play at night. Of course it's over.
Okay. I don't know if it's specific or whatever. Point is,
I'm a golf guy.
I bet you the angle is, he had 10 minutes or whatever. He just got there and somehow he still killed it. Is that where we're going here? Was that the?
You're such an asshole, dude. You're such a dick. Okay.
Because I just want to. That's not an accomplishment to me. That just seems like, oh.
So you're saying winning a PGA championship is not an accomplishment?
Oh, he won the championship. It's already over?
It's not over. But I'm saying he got further. He had a nice. He said he had a good day of golf.
Yeah. I mean, you literally don't need practice for that. If you're already good at it. How
do you get good at it? Tiger Woods had the club duct taped to his hands by his father, playing all the live long day. I never know if it's Tiger Woods' father I'm thinking of or Tracy Morgan playing Tiger Woods' father.
It's like compare it to broadcasting, which you're a professional at. Do you need 2 hours of warm-up prep?
Broadcasting is the biggest farce of a profession that's ever existed. Anyone can do it. It's a total fabrication. Yeah, dude. Okay. Did I spend hours watching an Uncle Howdy video so I could cut a podcast last night? Yep. Did I spend hours today becoming a golf guy? Yeah. You think you could just become a golf guy? No. I'm a golf guy now. You think that's just easy? You think you could just show up in front of a microphone and go, I'm a golf guy now? That's not how it works. Okay.
Who came in second place?
It's not over yet. So I'll tell you when it's over. Anyway. He was greeted by great fans who already.
Oh, wow. They were fast.
Who already had. This one is a Scottie Scheffler mugshot t-shirt. And this one is actually a Photoshop of Scottie Scheffler with Prison Mike's bandana on his head.
That's good.
And Scottie, to his credit, was high-fiving them as he walked in. So that's so
because he has street cred now.
He does have street cred. And there's a lot of criticism now. Golf, the PGA as an organization is getting questioned for how they can allow players to be treated like this. Professional golf in general, I think from my understanding as a golf guy is that golf is similar to boxing in the sense that number one, it's very difficult, hot dog. And number two, it's very disorganized in the sense that like the PGA does this tournament, this organization does that tournament, this organization does that tournament. Where like with boxing, there's no real central nucleus. The way like UFC is controlling everything, right? Major League Baseball, NBA, NFL, like golf doesn't have that to kind of protect all the players. So that's coming under criticism. He said that, the press talked to him after his miraculous performance, I would say.
Okay.
As a golf guy.
Sure.
His miraculous performance.
Like playing against 70-year-olds.
Why do you think he's playing against 70-year-olds?
Because you could be a great golf player at 75.
What do you mean? Why do you just say things?
It could be. Of course you can.
Only if you're playing in the league for old people. Nobody at 75 is in the PGA Championship.
Was Tiger Woods in there?
I don't believe he was.
Oh. Well, let me look that up.
Go ahead. I'm waiting. I'm not going to move on because I want to see the egg all over your face. Because you have decided, you woke up this morning and decided to be a D head. Okay.
Tiger Woods PGA Championship 2024. Tiger Woods falters late. Well, no, he's in it,
but he's not in it.
ESPN card. I don't know what that means. Cards 1/72. I don't know what that means.
It means card subject to change.
That's not what that means.
Okay, all right. That's how I know cards. This was Scottie, who it says here. Here's the problem, right? This is tough for him. This is what I mean about like life is not that easy for Scottie today. That he shows up, right? He has a great round in the PGA Championship tournament, and he sits in front of the press, and all he's done is the right thing his entire life and dedicated himself to this game. And
he's a hardened criminal.
And he sits down. Well, he's not a criminal. And he sits down, and a chyron pops up that says, Scottie Scheffler arrested this morning at 6:01 a.m. Eastern. Like, he did so much else today, specifically on the golf course, which is what he would like to talk about. But instead, it says he was arrested. By the way, the charges are no joke. He's got 4 charges from that. Second-degree assault on a police officer, criminal mischief,
Checks out.
reckless driving,
Trespassing.
no trespassing. He was supposed to be there, and disregarding traffic signals. I want to know what the second-degree assault on a police officer was. I don't know if it was like, maybe it was when the police officer was
Holding onto the car and didn't stop.
Why are you such a hater?
Because by the books, this is literally, he did all of that.
Since when are you by the books?
Well, we got to start somewhere, right? I'd say we start with Scottie Scheffler over
Okay.
here.
Okay. I want you to remember this energy when you do some dumb shit and nobody comes to help you.
What, like stealing Red Bulls?
Yeah, like stealing Red Bulls. You're a thief. Like grand larceny.
I tell you what, if there was a police officer with a neon jacket by the kitchen telling me stop, that Red Bull isn't free, I would stop.
Because you're a cuck.
What?
That's why you would stop.
Hey,
I hope you get
sure.
banned. I hope you get banned from Sirius.
How about I just get banned? Just hope I get banned from the kitchen.
It's the vibe. It's not the kitchen.
Okay.
He steals Red Bulls from the company, and he doesn't even work there. And we don't want him to steal the Red Bulls, but he steals them every time.
Narcs.
Oh, now we're narcs, but you're on the cop side up for the Scottie Scheffler story.
If there is a cop present, you listen to the instructions. Doesn't matter if I didn't think he was a cop is not a valid excuse.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, I didn't know you couldn't do that.
I ain't ever seen no cop wearing a yellow jacket. I didn't know they had those jackets. Listen to him.
But when I was sitting in like the holding cell, there was a TV there and I could see myself on the TV.
My man is in a holding cell and he can see himself on the TV. Okay. And he's seen his own mugshot. He's got a mugshot now. This is a man of God. This is a God-fearing man. And you love it. You love it, Hot Dog.
I love it.
You love it. You know why? I think I know why it is. You think he's a privileged man and you like him getting his comeuppance. That's what you think.
I don't know anything about this man. I'm just going by the golf expert over here telling me all this.
One of the top golf guys, right? Me, as far as broadcasting goes, I would not be shocked at all if Jeff Darlington and ESPN hit me up after this show and go like, "Hey, you got to come work for us." And I go, "What's the check?" That's what I would say.
Had him on this box.
That's what I would say. I put him right there. Oh, what am I going to say? Oh, we can't. Hot Dog takes it up. And what, you mean the hater of the century? I wouldn't be surprised if you showed up with a furry fedora with a feather in it, thinking this is the hater's ball. You are the hater of the century, I think, Hot Dog.
I hate you. I hate everything about you. I hate your guts.
You have been coming on here ever since you got a little check from your job. You've been coming on here hating on everything.
Now the real me gets to come out.
Oh yeah. I think this year is the year of Hot Dog the hate. And you know what it is? I think it's because you're getting old. I think it's because you're getting old and you're mad. You're mad that time is doing what time does. Father Time remains undefeated. You didn't think it was going to happen to you. You don't know what's hot in these streets anymore. I'm letting you know. You never thought that would happen, and you're mad, and so you're hating.
You should put the Kendrick beat behind that just now.
You're 100% right. I gotta get the Kendrick beat on the machine. Let's go back to my man Scottie. I'm a golf guy. I don't know if you know that.
And it was Get Up was on, and so in the corner it showed the time, and it said they were delayed.
Do you even watch Get Up? You don't know about Get Up.
What is that?
You don't know about Greeny. You don't know about Greeny. You don't know about Greeny.
No.
Mike Green.
And I was kind of thinking about my tee time. I was like, well, maybe, I could be able to get out. The officers downstairs had, they were discussing how long it was going to take me to get released. Obviously you have to go through all the due process and everything. And, I was able to kind of see a bit of the TV and, then I laid down and then I started to stretch a little bit once I got my heart rate down a little bit. But
do you hear the commitment to the game? He's
got a stretching. What's he complaining about?
Do you hear first of all, stop eating. Second of all, I don't need your pithy comments while your mouth is full of walnuts or whatever you're snacking on over there.
He had a whole cell to himself to stretch and do his thing before the game.
While you're having your salt lick with those Mr. Eds over there. I hate you. So I don't like you. So this guy is sitting there going, okay, when's my tea time? Maybe I can get out of jail in time to still make my tea time. Hot dog, if I know you, the minute you were in that cell, you'd be making calls going, can't come into work. You go, I can't come into work this week. They're like,
Why?
it's Monday. Yeah, I don't know how long I'll be here. I better take the week off. I don't know. My man over here, he got a local attorney, by the way. He didn't even say we'll take care of it later. He got a local Louisville attorney to come in to get him out so he could go and play and give the people what they came to see. And then then they got to take care of these charges because they're no joke.
2-bit bus bench lawyer to bail him out.
It wasn't a 2-bit bus bench lawyer. That's not who it was. And the only reason you know that phrase is because Better Call Saul is pathetic. So yeah, I mean that's kind of the story. You know, it's a pretty sensational story to anybody that knows anything about golf, which is a community that I'm in. But I mean, I know whatever special treatment shouldn't be, but the top athlete in any sport is obviously going to get special treatment because the business of that sport is 10 times out of 10 revolving around that top athlete. And this isn't even special treatment. This is just the athlete assuming that he could get to the golf course.
Yeah. Well, I mean, has he tried being more famous?
He's as famous as golf gets, dude.
Obviously not, because no one knows who he is.
That's not true. Then why is this the biggest story in the world right now?
Because a cop didn't know who he was.
Yeah, a cop and some 2-bit idiot on the screen on a YouTube show didn't know who he was. That's who didn't know who he was. Some hater with teeth that people think are fake, but somehow are real. Okay, that's who with a fake chain on. That's who didn't know who he was.
It's not. I'm not trying to fool nobody.
Turning your neck green. I hate you.
Well, look, hopefully justice is served by the end of all this. If he did it,
if first of all, I didn't even do it. And second of all, if I did it,
if he did it, paid it, whatever it is, fines, maybe some more jail time. I hope the full.
You think a little bit of jail time is something that would be okay?
Bring the hammer down. So every other
golfer,
big athlete, every other best athlete in what he does realizes I can't get away with this.
Do you have any idea what professional athletes have gotten away with? I can think of one professional athlete who wasn't even playing football anymore that did a double homicide.
Right, guy. And what happened with him?
He would nothing at all. He's found.
Where is he now?
He's passed on of cancer.
Justice comes for all.
That's true. That was the universe working. I mean, they gave him a good life. They gave him a good run. He became a Twitter superstar. I won't say who he is because I want to speak ill of the dead.
Right.
But I'll just say his first name was Orenthal. That's all I'll say. Yeah, I mean, the fact that this poor guy, if you're gonna be a police officer who's protecting the golf course, you should know who is going to be using said golf course. If you're going to be organizing a golf tournament, for instance, the presiding body of the PGA,
right?
It should be very important to you to make sure that all people are aware of who the essential individuals are.
Yeah, but if they were here already, if the cops were already there to cover like the incident that happened, but they might not have even been technically on the scene for the PGA stuff.
Then how'd they get the yellow jackets?
Maybe it's just issued.
Those yellow jackets are clearly there to be seen in the dark, in the rain. This is what happens when you're directing traffic in a complicated area, like Louisville was.
All right. So you're saying these cops should just know their roles and
I'm saying the
when-
cop should know. Go. Oh yeah, he's going where he's supposed to be going. He wasn't doing anything. He was trying to go to the golf course so he could play golf. Jeff
I
Darling.
like a cop that's just like, I don't care who you are. You stop right there when I tell you to
You
stop.
like that. You like that energy.
I like that.
Okay. That's your shit.
Yeah. Like when he told the reporter, like, I don't care about your boy. He's going to jail.
Everybody watching this hopes that an overzealous police officer stops you like from just doing what you normally do because you look suspicious, because you'd be crying so hard.
I would be crying. I'd be like, yes, sir.
No, you wouldn't. You'd be posting stories about it. You'd be trying to get your sympathy from 20-something-year-old women.
I'd call up my Karens to take care of business.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. You know what they did to me? That's what you'd be saying.
Can't believe it. Don't they know who you are?
It's disgusting. You disgust me. I want you to know that.
Me?
Yes, you. Yeah, you. I'm not talking to that glaring picture frame behind you. Okay? Do you even have headphones? Or are you just like letting it pick up in the whole room?
I got an earpiece. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. I thought you weren't a professional for a second. Well,
I got ears.
well. By the way, what do you think of me as a sports guy? Pretty good?
Are we grading you on a curve?
What kind of curve? Based
Like
on what?
I just started today curve?
Just started golf today.
Yeah, you started. I mean, honestly, you just started today. A+.
Pretty good. Okay.
Pretty good.
What do you think?
Probably one of the best that started today.
What do you think of my basketball coverage I've been doing on Jim and Sam?
It's not bad. I do take offense into you're calling basketball useless until the fourth quarter.
It is.
It's not, because couldn't you say that about every sport? Couldn't
No.
you just be like, oh,
No,
I don't need
because
to watch this football game until the fourth quarter
No.
because I already.
no,
what
because
did
you're
I
not
miss?
getting 50 touchdowns every quarter. Like
No, but you might miss like a very, very good play here and there, and that happens once every 10 minutes.
that's what I'm saying. If it happens every 10 minutes, like who cares? Like I'll watch.
I mean, but it's the ride. It's like watching a wrestling match that's starting with some chain wrestling, and then it builds up. What are you going to skip to the last 15 minutes?
Would you ever? You would celebrate taking the lead in the first quarter?
Yeah, for sure. If it's a big enough lead,
How big does the lead have to be?
15 points.
There's no way you celebrate 15. A 15-point lead means nothing in the first quarter. That's what I mean.
If it's the end of the first, if it's the end of the first
15-point lead at the end of the first quarter of a basketball game means absolutely
it
nothing.
doesn't mean nothing.
Like when
It
you
means-
go as an analyst, which I am a sports analyst,
Mhm.
I analyze basketball, football, golf. If they go to me after the first quarter, boy, this team is down 15 points. What do you think? I think they very well might regain their lead in the next quarter. And then it's like, okay, so who cares?
Well, they could, and then at that point, it becomes about.
It's like, oh, they won 120 to 115. Oh, cool. I'm glad I saw all 120 points scored. What?
Okay, so let's just skip every wrestling match then.
And that's not how it
So-
works because every wrestling match is different.
Every basketball game is different.
Yeah, but every quarter's not.
I mean, look, all right, last game, for example. I mean, we're
Have
spending
you
too much
ever,
time.
ever, 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 ever,
Yeah.
ever, ever,
Mm.
ever, ever heard somebody go, what was the score of last night's game? And you told them, oh, the Knicks won. Oh, really? How'd they do in the first or second quarter? Like, it's never happened.
But if it
Overtime,
matters, if it
overtime,
matters to the story.
fourth
if it
quarter.
matters- well, yeah, if it matters to the story. If it was like, oh, Knicks were leading, they were up 20 first quarter, and then they were up 30 in the second, and then they came back. Yeah, that stuff matters
No, it does not.
because that means the Knicks fumbled. They had this big lead and they lost it.
It's
That
not true.
adds up to the story.
If you blow a lead, like the Knicks blew that game with the Sixers that they had, they didn't have the biggest lead in the world, but they
Mhm.
should have won that game because at the end of the game, they were up by a few points and then they fumbled a couple times and it made it so that they lost the game in overtime. And you had that moment where you realize if it's like, oh, the Knicks could have won this game halfway through the second quarter, but then they fumbled. It's like, then they never had it. You never had it. If you had a lead in the first half of a basketball
Of
game,
course you had it.
no, you didn't. No, you
had
didn't.
it,
No, you
and
did not. No, you did not. If you had a lead in the first half of a basketball game and then you lost that lead, you never had the game. Like another team could rope-a-dope you and be fine. If the strategy is like, let's just let them score all they want for the first quarter and a half. And then once they're blown up,
that's a viable strategy.
100% rope-a-dope, baby. Ali would let him play. He'd go into the seventh round. They'd be like, Ali hasn't done anything. And then boom, here it comes. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. 100%. If I found a team that is like, they do all their scoring in the first 2 quarters and then they coast for the rest of the game, I go, boys, relax for a couple quarters. Get them at the end. 100%.
Okay. You're down 50 points, and then you're like, "Ah, man."
I mean, I don't know if you want to go 50. That's a lot, but like, if you're at halftime at a 20-point deficit, okay, here's how you know. Halftime, 20-point deficit. If I go, the Knicks have a 20-point lead, they're definitely winning. You'd go, what are you fucking? Did you?
I'd say, don't jinx it.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. You'd say, have you never watched basketball before? This literally means nothing.
No, I would be like, don't fucking jinx it yet. Wait until
no, because you know it wasn't true. Anybody that watched basketball, I watch basketball. I'm a basketball guy. They go. If you say at halftime with a 20-point lead, this team's going to win. They got a big lead at halftime. Then everybody around you is going to go like, have you ever seen a basketball game before? Have you never? You don't know the sport at all, I guess. Is that
they're only a few 3-point possessions away from tying it up? Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
That involves a lot. It
means literally nothing.
No, because that involves a lot. That involves the team getting hot. That involves the team making a bunch of 3-pointers consecutively or whatever. That also involves the other team not having good defense during that whole thing and not scoring at all in order to catch up to the other team.
I watched the Sixers do it in overtime. They got like 3 or 4 possessions in a row. They win the game.
Watch tonight's game. Watch from first to and watch it. Like really watch it.
You know what's the best part about tonight's game? It starts at 8:30, right?
Yeah.
So I can watch all of SmackDown and just tune in at 10.
Oh, right, yeah.
No problem. No, I watched the
okay.
blood. I'm going to watch that contract signing, Cody and Logan Paul. I'm going to find out who qualifies for the King of the Ring, and then I'll flip over and I'll watch. I mean, yeah, that's an hour and a half in. I'll see the last quarter.
All right. Well, if we lose, hopefully we don't. If we lose and it goes to Game 7, I think the next Game 7 would be Sunday. Just watch the entire game. One time.
Picture that.
Let it take you on a ride.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I'll let it take me on a ride. If you got anything you'd like to contribute to tonight, it's Sam Roberts Now's Sports Spectacular. I'm a sports guy. I don't know if you know this. Basketball, football, golf. I'm not doing, baseball is like, come on.
Oh, come on. We're not fucking with that.
Okay. All right. You're with me on that.
We're in the same. Yeah,
right. When Travis is like, I watch every Baltimore game. I'm like, well, you got nothing but time? Like, what are we doing?
People who go to to watch the games live don't even watch the game. They're just eating hot dogs.
Yeah, and we're bouncing at the 7th inning. Like that's how you know. That's how you know. It's one thing for me to sit there and go, you don't need to watch the NBA until third quarter is the earliest you need to watch an NBA game. But the idea that it's regular to go to a baseball game and leave with 2 innings left and just like, I just listen on the radio on the way home. Like that's a regular thing. I'm going to beat traffic.
I go to some Yankees games every now and then because one of my friends is like a big baseball fan. Ugh. But she invites me and we just chit chat and we just talk about, what's up with work and all this stuff. Oh, every now and then they play a nice song and you're like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
But nothing about the game.
You can get the cheap seats, makes no difference. Expensive seats, cheap seats, whatever.
I get the cheap seats. Then I go on StubHub and I see which seats are available still down. And then I go in there and I swoop in and they're all available.
They're all available because what are you doing? Yeah, you go to the Yankee game. It's like I get the expensive seats sometimes because, I know people. And you know what the best part is? The food options, the experience of it all. And then you're like, oh, there is a game happening.
Yeah, exactly.
But like you go, you know what I mean? You get the expensive like front seats and everybody just kind of lingers getting there. You don't really get there until like third inning. You kind of
Fourth.
bounce out around the 6th or the 7th inning. You know, it's like, yeah, I'll show up when I show up. I'll leave when I leave. All right. Enough of this. Enough. I tried to tell you. It's going to be a short show tonight.
Yes.
And and every super chat counts. Every super chat will get acknowledged. If you'd like to be a part of tonight's show before we send it off to ESPN as my demo reel, super chat in. Every super chat will be acknowledged. Any topics we hadn't hit or any topics that you think you need to opine on as we go to Bryce, who says, my 6-year-old daughter sings the Jim and Sam theme constantly. Probably not great, but it makes me chuckle. Just, hey, everybodying all over the house. I love that. I appreciate the contribution. I love that. I hope that you turn the show off instant. Whether you got cookies and cream, it's delicious. I hope
myself.
I hope that you turn the show off immediately after the theme song starts, because I've tried to turn the show on for like a second on a Friday just to try to impress the kids with what Daddy does for a living, you know. And I turn it on, and I'll never forget. We're driving to school, and I just like flip the dial for 1 second. And it's Karen Feehan talking about buttholes. And my son goes, did she just say butthole? And I go, no.
I wouldn't even tell my kids that show existed if I were you.
I wish
not until they were old enough.
And if I were you, I wouldn't tell your employer that show existed. Poodlerific. Will there be a Notsam versus Phil Selman diss track war? Here's how that war would go. I would start it off, except then I would delete the track and I get on stage and go, I would like to apologize. That's not even in my spirit. I didn't mean what I said. I'm a fan. Wiedenhoff, when are we getting the satisfying sword fight show? Imagine that. Jim and Sam continues on. I bring on Nicole. Jim brings on Nikki, and we just have this crossover. Like, it's just The View. It's just 4 women talking. Our financier, the Jeffrey Epstein to Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. I mean, I'm to Sam Roberts now. Only
the island?
No. Just the financier part. Okay. I want to make that very clear. Six Crow is the Jeffrey Epstein to Sam Roberts now as a financier only. Yeah. Your BetterHelp read ripping on Travis on Jim and Sam was great. Yeah, they've recorded that. They've run it multiple times, which seems like an odd pick, but I appreciate that. Not Sam Lehman. Hey there, baby reindeer. I sure am enjoying the coverage of MoviePass. You shouldn't talk about Fiona Harvey anymore. She is a nice lady and didn't do anything except for my iPhone. A lot of misspellings there, Lehman. That was a very funny bit you just did. Let's keep it moving. Wiedenhoff, can you do a breakdown of the other 2 Piers Fiona videos? One was a panel that had Dr. Drew on it, and the second had a girl that was obnoxious, and everyone just fought the whole time. It was great. Does it need a breakdown, or is it just fun to watch? I mean, I'll watch it, and then maybe if it needs a breakdown, we can do it. But that does feel like more of something like if Sam Roberts now became a daily extravaganza, which would be fantastic. I just don't have the energy for it. It would be great to just do an arc of just breaking down all the Piers Morgan Fiona stuff. Back to Six Crow. It takes Hot Dog forever to set up cameras. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Hot Dog. You're over there discrediting the best golfer in the world for saying, why does he need to show up early? Can't he just golf? Meanwhile, it takes you a hot 45 minutes just to put a couple cameras on a tripod.
It was 15, by the way. Have you seen some of these productions teams, how long they take? They're like what a Scottie whatchamacallit that has 4 hours of prep time and stretched in order to put some cameras on there. And I seem to recall somebody here forgot to even turn on a camera.
Yeah, I wasn't bragging about it. Like, you know the skills that you have of videoing and everything?
Right.
I do that while I'm doing everything else that I'm doing.
Professional my ass.
Eliago, some baby formula money for the last professional storyteller. I appreciate that. I need that. Well, we're breastfeeding right now, so I'm gonna keep that money and use it on my wrestling toys. But
you are?
Yeah. I mean, What are you, sexist? We can both do it. Is that it? No. Talking to nobody. Hey, you getting that work done? We may need to do merch. Have you seen that story, Hot Dog, on Satisfying? Which, by the way, a new episode of the Satisfying podcast went up on Thursday, yesterday. So if you go to Satisfying Pod on YouTube, or you just look up Satisfying Pod, Sam Roberts, Nicole Ryan, you'll find it. I'm having such a good time on that show because Nicole, she told her kids that she had gotten fired and then it was their fault and that they no longer had any money. But that was the interruption. She just started recording her podcast and her like 7 or 8 year old son just kicks the door right in and goes, "You getting that work done?"
I do love her parenting style.
It's the best. Six Crow says ESRN.
I like it.
Yeah, I do too.
What does ESPN stand for, by the way?
I don't know. The worldwide leader in sports.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. You can probably Google that.
Yeah.
PHW OFL. Hey, Not Sam. How cool was Eric Roberts? I really enjoyed Eric Roberts. I thought that interview was awesome. There's so many moments that I want to clip out. If you didn't hear that interview, by the way, we will have some of it available here on the Not Sam YouTube channel once the video's done, which I'm sure will be actually very, very quick.
Entertainment and Sam Programming Network.
I love that. They were really hedging their bets, huh? Entertainment Sports Programming Network. I mean, it's just sports.
Yeah.
They don't even do sports entertainment. Behind the Brew. You're such a sports guy. Who do you have in the Stanley Cup final? That's a good question.
Are you a hockey guy?
I've been looking at the Rangers. No, I'm not really a hockey guy yet because I'm trying to see if my memory gives me anybody other than the Rangers that are in the finals right now. Anybody from the other conference. And I am drawing the old blank ski.
I didn't even know the Rangers were in the finals.
The Rangers
I didn't know the finals were going on right now, to be honest.
Well, the playoffs are going on right now. It's not the final. The playoffs are going on. No. Yeah, the Rangers and the Knicks are in the playoffs at the same time from Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, but the Rangers are like typically good from what I know.
Well, they have been. I mean, they're not always great, but they have been. You know, I don't think they've won a Stanley Cup since like 1994 or something like that. But that was
like Messier being in the playoffs.
Messier shoots, he scores. Yeah. But they were in the playoffs last season too. Yeah. But so were the Knicks.
Right, yeah. But it's just a newer phenomenon for us than it is for.
Yeah, it's wild to get back there. I mean, last year it was like, what? We're in the playoffs, and now we're in the playoffs again. I said we. Did you hear that?
It is we.
Bono Zombies. You really sounded like a real DA today, Hot Dizzle.
DA, like a district attorney? Is that
Dick anus?
Oh.
And Daniel says Roberts can't do hockey. He doesn't know how to handle his stick. I think that Daniel thought of that joke, but realized that it sounded a little and tried to like work it so that it still sounded cool, but it doesn't work, dude. Doesn't work at all. I appreciate it. Do you think I could do Bristol and Stanford? Stanford's WWE, Bristol is ESPN. You think I could just bounce back and forth?
I mean, don't forget you have a third job, Sam, so you'd have to be bouncing 3.
I got third leg, you know what I'm saying? So stupid.
Hey, you got 3 kids, get 3 jobs.
Wouldn't it be great if I finagled my way onto ESPN?
Yeah. And then whatever, it'd be cool if you have, because I'm sure you have a college fund or whatever for each of your kids. Mm-hmm. One is ESPN, one is coming from Sirius, and one is coming from WWE.
Right, like hedge your bet, and then I get to keep all the Not Sam money.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that's your college fund, Hot Dog. Yeah. That's for my 4th kid. Yeah, it would be funny if I let the kids, like I sat them down and I go, I'm not going to tell you how much money is in what. I'm not going to tell you who's paying me what. I want you guys to decide which spot you want to bet on. You each get one.
That'd be a good time as a kid, I guess.
Right, because you got to sit there going like, okay, first you got to think about which company is the healthiest, but then you also got to think about like which company is needs you? Where can you prosper at? Like,
which one provides? Which one gives you the bag?
Right. Because then you go like, well, clearly, like WWE is a healthy company, and you're a wrestling expert. Except you do some dumb shit for free because you're a mark. So, like, I don't know if I want to go in that direction. The kids would say that. Yeah. The older one. Yeah. Oh, James Malaspino, you did me dirty making fun of my voice on the show. I loved it. I felt bad about that. I saw a tweet, right? Because James called in the show and he had this like used car salesman, like schlock radio announcer voice. And he was like, what did you guys think? Blah, blah, blah. And so like I couldn't stand it. And so after I hung up on him, or after the phone call was done, I was like mimicking his voice. But then he tweeted out like, he's like specifically a big Sam Roberts fan. He's got like bits saved. I was like, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. All right, guys. Let's get out of here. Enough is enough. We've had too much fun.
And it's time for a change.
That's right. We've had too much fun as it is. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit like on this video. Don't forget to also check out what we're doing over on Notsam Wrestling. Last night at midnight, I uploaded a full recap of the 55-minute video that was on the WWE Twitch channel that Uncle Howdy did. Did you see Uncle Howdy's?
It was 55 minutes. I mean, I saw clips on Twitter.
It was 55 minutes long. It was a full therapy session that we think could have been either Uncle Howdy or somebody in the therapy session, but the therapist has gone missing. There is so much meat on that bone that I spent 45 minutes recapping the 55-minute video, and I didn't even hit on everything. So, yeah. Or you could just watch. I mean, if you want to save 10 minutes, just watch my recap.
All right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
on the go.
Right. That's one way to do it. Also, subscribe to the Satisfying YouTube channel. And check that out with the show that Nicole and I do. You got 5 styluses. You might as well use them. I'm going to cheers with you later.